Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be talking to you about Tablo TV. Now this is a great product. I've been using it for several months and honestly I really love this. This has saved me a tremendous amount of money. So this is the actual device. This is the Tablo TV device you would buy, and there are a couple of variations and different price points depending on some other features. But this is the box, and on the back here, you have a coaxial screw-in attachment right here, just your normal, cable TV type of thing. This is going to my antenna. This is what brings in all the TV channels. So that's very important, and you can use whatever antenna you want, but that's the coaxial screw type of connection there. Then you've got your power right there, and then it's also got a network port. This is for an Ethernet cable. So I've got mine hardwired. I've got it networked with a cable, but you don't have to do it that way. You can also do it on Wi-Fi, but you do have to have internet for this to work. So whether you do Wi-Fi or you do the actual hardwired cable, you got to do one or the other. You've also got a USB-A port right here, and this is so you can add storage. This has built-in storage, and it's quite a bit. I mean, it will hold several hours worth of movies and TV shows and programs, but if you need more, then you can add more. You can plug in a hard drive or a little flash drive right there and get extra storage. And we'll talk about all that in just a minute. Now, for the antenna, I've actually got my antenna up here in the window. So I don't know if you can see that or not, but I've got this on the second floor of my home, and I've just got that cable coming all the way down, and then it goes to the Tablo. And it works pretty well up here in my window, but I will say this makes all the difference in the world. If the antenna is bad and you are in a location that you cannot pick up a good signal from these different TV stations, then Tablo is just not going to work very well for you to get your local stations. I've tried this at a couple of other people's homes, and it just flat out would not work because we just could not get a good signal. But where I'm at, it works great. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how the interface works, and there's an app that goes with it, and we'll talk about all the details here coming up. Okay, well, now that you have seen the device, I'm going to go over some details here. Now, there are a couple of different options here. You can get a 2-tuner or a 4-tuner, and there's a little bit of a price difference. The 2-tuner is about $100. The 4-tuner is about $140. Now, the difference is it's how many things you can watch simultaneously. So you may have the Tablo app on multiple devices in your home, and if you've got multiple people using it at the same time, plus you may be recording something, you might want to have options to be able to watch simultaneously, episodes across your devices all at the same time. So that's the difference here. If you're going to be recording something and then watching something different, well, that requires 2 tuners. So if you're going to have someone also watching on another device in another room, well, then you might need the 4-tuner. So that's just a personal preference. A little bit more money, but you get more features out of it. So I'm going to just show you a few things here. This Tablo TV is compatible with lots of different devices. I personally use it on a Roku, but you can also use it on Fire TV, Apple TV, Android, Google, everything you see listed here. It also works on your Apple and your Android smartphones. And this is basically how it works. You put the Tablo device in your home, you connect your antenna to the device, you plug the power into the device, and you hook it to your home internet either with Wi-Fi or hardwired with a network cable. And what that's going to do is it's going to feed all of the antenna TV channels as well as some internet streaming channels into the Tablo, and that's going to feed into your network and go to all of your apps on your TVs and on your phones and iPads and things like that. Now, you do have to be at home to use this. You could not put this on your phone or your iPad and then leave the home and be able to view the TV programs. So you do have to be home. This does not work across the internet. It works on your home network. So that's the only downside. And I showed you this earlier. That's what it looks like on the back of the device. And this USB port right here, you can add a portable USB drive. In fact, you can add up to 8 terabytes of extra storage. The built-in storage, it holds about 50 hours, which is still quite a bit, but if that's not enough, you can add up to 1,000 hours of extra storage. So that's pretty amazing. Okay, and that's what the device looks like. And there's no monthly costs or subscription fees for any of this. This is, you just buy the device, and then you've got free TV with DVR. It works really well as long as you have a good signal. And like I showed you earlier, this some of the devices that it will work on. So I'm going to switch over to my Roku now, and I'm going to actually show you what this looks like in real time. Okay, I'm over here on my Roku device now, and I'm going to open the Tablo TV app. And when you get the device, you'll put the app on your phone and set it all up that way, and then you can start adding this to your different TVs and other devices. So here I am. This is the home page, and I just go to 2 different things here on the left. I either go to Live or I go to Library. Now, Library is where all of your saved TV shows and movies are. This is the DVR. Okay, so we're going to go to Live first, and you can kind of organize these things. You can make favorites and sort of put them in different orders. But this is the guide, and this is all just being picked up over the air with the antenna, or it's coming in as an internet streaming channel. But the good thing is, and this is kind of why we're all leaning towards this, you do get your local channels. So there's my CBS, my Fox, my NBC, the CW, ABC. Those are my local channels, and I picked them up really well. Now, one of them, like I think it's ABC, the location of that TV station, it's a little further away than the rest of the stations, so sometimes that channel gets a little pixelated and goes in and out. So that's where your antenna placement really matters. I had to move my antenna a couple different places, and I finally got it right. So if you can't pick up stations with a good antenna now, this Tablo is not going to work for you. And it's not like this is going to just magically make the over-the-air antenna work better. It does have a booster in it, a little amplifier, but it's still not really going to work that well if you cannot get a good signal, because you're just simply too far away from the TV station that's broadcasting. Okay, so as you can see, all the channel numbers are on the left. You've got this guide, and you can go out into the future, and you can see where certain things are indicated as new. I really like it. It's easy to navigate, and you can just scroll through here and find your stuff. And let me just go ahead and select something. Now, I'll show you this real quick. As I select something, I'm going to just pick I'm going to pick the prices right here. Okay, so this is what happens when you select anything from the guide. It's going to give you the channel name, the program, how long it's on, the rating, and the first air date. As you can see, the time slot. Now you also have an option. This is the screen where you can record the episode. So, and you've also got options to schedule recording the entire series. You can do all episodes or just new episodes. So that's a great feature, that it can select just new episodes, which is a good thing because you do have limited storage. And I do find that, I've set some things like Dateline and 2020, and they air a lot of episodes, and I've just got it set to record them all, and it fills up pretty quickly. So you may want to add extra storage, but so far I've been okay on the 50 hours of the built-in storage. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just watch the Channel 2 live now, and here's another option. You can add it to the favorites or remove it from the favorites from this screen. So I'm going to go ahead and click that right there. Actually, it looks like Let's Make a Deal is on. Now, don't worry, it's a little slow to load the first time. Okay, and there we go. Channel is up and running. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to back out of it. Now, if I go back, and I see why. It says Price is Right. It's because I'm on 11 a.m. I actually should back here to 10:30 a.m. So let me go to it again. Okay, and you'll see, look how much faster it loaded. So don't want you to think that this thing is really, really slow. But the first time you go to select something, it can be a little slow just that very first time. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and select something else just to show you. Watch live again, and you'll see it loads pretty quick. So sometimes you get a little delay the first time, and then once you get going, everything starts to load much quicker. Okay, so that's the live guide, and you can browse all of this with your remote control pretty easily. And you can put stars, make favorites of the channels that you would like listed more at the top of the list. So that's where all these stars come in. And to make a favorite, all you do, let me find something here that's not a favorite. So it doesn't really matter. I'm just going to pick anything. I'm just going to pick this right here. Okay, so when you open a program, you've got the option right there, Add Channel to Favorites. And then this is also where you can watch it, you can record it, and you can also set up series recording if you want to get all of the episodes. Okay, I'm going to hit my back button, and I'm going to hit my back button until I get to this side menu. Now, library is the other place that I typically go on here, and this is where all of your recordings are. So when you first go to the library, it's just going to show the latest. Now, this can get a little confusing if you're looking for older episodes. So we're going to go down to all to see all of them. Now at the bottom you will see your recording space. I have 23% available. So there's not a whole lot left, but I've got a lot of stuff in here. I've got 11 episodes of Dateline, and those are 1 to 2 hours each. Okay, and then I've got 3 episodes of Happy's Place. I've got a full movie on there, The Notebook. I've got some Shark Tank episodes, some 5 episodes of 2020. So there's quite a few things in there. Now, I'm going to just show you here. If I go to Shark Tank, okay, this is how it looks. This is the episode. And then you can go in here and you can delete it, or you can watch it from here. You can just see all the information here. You can even go to About This Series, and it gives you a little description of it. So you can manage your episodes all right here, your recording options. And I'm going to go here to 2020. I'll show you the same thing. So there you go. It shows all of the episodes that I have in here. And I can go up here and I can manage episodes. I can delete all the watched ones. I can delete the ones that failed to record, or I can just delete them all. Okay, so we're not going to delete anything in there, but I will show you this. I have 0 recordings of Georgie and Mandy's first marriage, but it is set to record, but I've already watched them and deleted them all, so there's currently nothing in there, and that's why that's blank. Now, for Shark Tank, so I could actually delete the episode right here if I wanted to. So that's how that works. And you can also go here to upcoming airings, and it will show the upcoming episodes right there, May 13th. And today is May 12th, so that shows what's coming up. You can do scheduled, and you can do whatever's currently recorded. So it really works well. It's pretty easy to navigate. You can break it down even into categories, TV shows, movies, and it will actually show there's the TV shows, okay, and then there's the movie. So if you want to just break them up because you've got so many recordings, you can do that as well. And there's also sports. I don't have any sports recorded. Now, over here on the side, you've also got a search bar, and this will let you search whatever you're looking for. Okay, we're going to go here to the home screen. This is the screen that you see every time you go into Tablo. And this is basically just their featured and recommendations and the featured shows they are trying to push to you. You can also see, if you scroll down far enough, you can see your recent recordings. So that's another way to get to them. And then there's some other things in here, your favorites. I don't really know why it's saying these are my favorites, because they're not really my favorites, but they're in there, and you can see they are live. So that's how all that works. We're going to hit the back button, and then there's live, which takes you back to the live guide. And on this live guide, you can also go over here to the left, and you can get straight to whatever category you want. So that's also helpful if you're looking for a specific category or type of show or movie. I'm going to go over here to the left again, and then here's shows. And once again, it's just kind of categorizing and breaking things down for you. But the main reason of doing this is so that you can get your local TV stations. And of course, you can get them over the air with an antenna anyway, but with Tablo, you can record them, you can pause the live TV, you can rewind, you can fast forward. So that's kind of the benefit here, is the ability to have a DVR and to record your live TV. Now, I will show you sports as well. So there's all of the different sports things that are on here, and it breaks it all down to different categories as well. Okay, I'm going to go back once again, and I'm going to show you this live guide again. So let me find something that won't trigger a copyright here. Let me go back to the Today Show. That should be safe. Okay, so I can easily, if I push the up button on the remote control, you'll get these options right here. You'll get your live, pause, captions off. So you can turn closed captioning on and off. You can browse all of this with the remote control. Now the cool thing is too, it's got this little back button that will take you back to the last channel that you watched. And it will show you that you're live right here as well. But if I go up here and I pause it, see, now I've paused it. So that's the good thing. If you need to step away for a minute, you can pause your live TV. And then when you come back, you can unpause it and you can actually fast forward. So that works really well. You can push your down arrow and you can get to some other recommended shows and just different information on there, more episodes and channels and all that kind of stuff. And you can easily switch over to another program by doing that. Okay, I will show you this as well. Let me go to a recorded item here in my library. Okay, so if I go to, let me go to all, and we'll just select Dateline here. Okay, I'm going to pick this one right here. Now, this is recorded, so I have complete control. I can fast forward. I can see, look at that. I can fast forward right through everything, and it will show you the little thumbnail, so I can see exactly where the show starts. So there's the commercials, and then this looks like where the show starts. So I'll hit play, and then if I want to keep fast forwarding, I can easily do all that, and I'm just doing this from my Roku remote control, and it works really well. I can hold the button down and quickly get through it. You can see there's the commercials. And then it's very easy to visualize where the show starts. So I can see the show starts about right here. I can hit play, and it picks up very quickly right where I left off. So it's very easy to fast forward, very easy to rewind, and very easy to visually see where you are in the episode. So that's how Tablo TV works. You just buy the device for the one-time cost, and then there are no other fees. You will need an antenna to connect to this, and you will need a good signal to pick up those channels over the air, and you can add extra storage if needed. And I will try to put a link to purchase this Tablo in this video description, so if you would like to click that link and just buy it directly, that will be an option for you as well. And if you have any questions, please put those in the comments, and I will try to answer those for you. And I hope you enjoyed the video, and I would appreciate a thumbs up, and please subscribe to see more content. And as always, thanks for watching.